Well, there's often discussions about contemporary art that they need so much explanation.
Yeah.
And I really deeply believe that when you take the time, more time to look at contemporary art, that's the language you understand the best, because this is informed by your reality, by your contemporary, your everyday life. Am I homesick for Switzerland?
Yes.
No.
But Zurich?
No, I'm not.
No.
No.
Then the other question would be, is Zurich missing you?
No, I hope a bit. I hope them. Yes, I hear they're missing me a bit. Of course, I have lived there for a long time. I miss my home.
Sure.
But I feel at home at the Stedelijk, and this is why I'm not missing it so much. I think it's amazing what in the last year happened all. You know, there were a lot of things planned in terms of long-term research projects like the Matisse or the Stedelijk in the Oorlog. But also there was a great attitude of keeping the program free so that immediately I could start thinking about the program. My understanding of the Stedelijk also always has been that this is a museum which introduces things, which is so much in the desire of the people also to get in encounter with things they do not fully know yet, and things that are translating issues, reality imposes on our everyday life. As you know, this is a very special year because the planning of most of the things are quite short still. I've worked with Ed before, so we were in a continuous discussion anyhow. Oh, wow, yeah. Mr. Atkins, so mean.
June 2006. Previous Nazi.
The movement is so much closer to you now.
I know.
Huh?
Yeah.
So it must be the program that announces it.
But because the figure himself has more intricate muscle structure.
I see.
And he's a higher resolution skin.
Yeah. A small muscle structure.
I know. There's no muscle structure at all, obviously, but you know.
I was just totally taken by the approach of this artist and also by the way he translates themes of the abstraction, the digital life brought to reality. This is Ed Atkins, and I'm very, very happy to welcome you to Ed Atkins' first Netherlands solo exhibition in a museum. Many people I see here actually have seen the show in Zurich, and I can promise you this is not the plan that I just repeat my program of Zurich here in Amsterdam. When I saw Ed Atkins first, a piece of Ed Atkins first, I thought, what the fuck am I looking at? It's like I had no idea, and I think that is always a really good moment when you look at an artwork and your system collapses and you do not know how to read it, and you do not know how this is functioning in the relationship to the art as a conventionalized aesthetic form also, or in the relationship to reality. And when that happens, you usually start to ask questions that are more interesting than when you get, so to say, when your canon gets confirmed. What is a body? What is death? What is love? How do you relate to on a human scale to one another? What does that mean in the face of the abstraction we are facing with the more and more immaterialized and abstracted world of the digital?
she arrived today.
Oh yeah.
This is
Red piece, huh? That's ours?
Sandberg bought that for his show on primitivism and modern art.
Makes sense.
Yeah, yes.
The museum is not only what you see in the exhibition spaces. No, it's also not only what happens in the offices, but it is an organism which has a professional element on every single detail, bringing to the surface parts of the collection that have not been out the depot for a long time. That's teamwork. It's a collaborative act, and what I really do think is it's a much more contemporary way of working. Also, to say there's always co-authorship. There's always different expertise which brings things to the best, hopefully.
And closer to that one.
No.
No?
I wouldn't go higher. I would go down. I would go down there. No, I would take it down.
You would take it down. We all want to take it up. Yeah.
It's
we had
not-
the comment of the other curators when they were working here.
It's flying away.
Yeah, but it was on that spot too when he was working.
Please direct them.
I'm a bit to the left. A bit higher. That's too much. Yeah. Yeah, do the high version. But then don't go closer.
Only the height,
Only the height. Yeah.
and then we line
Look
it
at
with
that.
the other one at the other side.
Often I wish people would be able to see how much caretaking and how much involvement it needs to bring an art piece into the exhibition space. And if someone in the museum experiences a piece of art, has to think about anything else than the piece of art, then we have done something wrong. All the details that are not right, you don't think about, but they are actually the things we think about all the time. I'm totally excited that the team of this institution is embracing experiment and innovation, and also the question before the confirmation. I think the masterpiece that proved that this is exactly what is at stake and what it is in the fabric of this institution is the project with Tino Segal. He deeply believes in the life act and in the importance of that continuity also of life act translations, and therefore he does not allow documentation. There is no photograph. I mean, there is a gray zone of social media. When you go to see a Tino Segal situation and you do it by looking through your iPhone, you're already distanced from your own experience. And that is something which is a big theme we are dealing with in the reality we live in. At any given moment during the year, the museum was involved in that. There was never a moment where there was not an audition, rehearsal and presentation going on. So it was much more than the situations in the collection spaces. It was like a continuous work with the artist's work. But it's exciting to see how fast things were possible. Hello. You know, with the Tino Segal already starting. I started in November, January we could start.
That's it.
And add. It's very to see the flexibility of this institution is fantastic.
How are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I be nervous?
No. Not at all.
Not at all. What is the word proud again? I forgot. Trots. Yeah. En ere, honor.
Eer.
Eer.
Een eer.
Een eer.
Ja.
En ik reik u vol trots het eerste exemplaar uit van deze NSC Deluxe. Dank u wel.
Thank you. Well. We were greatly asked by the NSA to do the magazine which goes with the daily newspaper. There's a list of artists, like it's like speed dating almost. We want to ask if they would contribute pages, send in images, send in ideas. Some artists gave in poems, some artists gave in collages, some artists sent text, some artists sent stickers. In a very fast time, we created a little museum of desires of what we want to show. And actually with quite many of them, we will have major shows coming up in the future. Not in 1 year, but in several years to come. What we have been talking about a lot this year is also how do you inform yourself, because the world has opened up. So the question is really, how does one keep up physically also with all of that knowledge? You know? So how can we be present internationally, and how can we bring that information together, and how can we be continuously informed? And there's, I think you could visit a different biennial every day now. So I could go tomorrow to yet another biennial, and the next day hop to the next one. I really do think that the presence in the museum itself is as equally important as the physical presence in these places, where you actually not only meet artists, but you also encounter visions of how art is being presented to the audience, of how colleagues deal with themes of the now. There's the bridge. There it is. And it's open. Lucky. Because the churches here have the weirdest opening hours in the world. Carpaccio. Look at it. Oh. Very famous one with the monks. With the monks running. Actually, the depiction of movement at that time was not common, you know. It's really fun. This is so fantastic, this one. That's like my Fontana di Trevi in Venice. You have to come back here, always. Well, sometimes I think, you look at the science fiction films today, they often refer to this early depiction of animals because people, of course, have not seen a lion in Europe, you know. So they have a fiction of a lion from narratives often. And that's same with the unreal animals like dragons. And often they look the same in science fiction or have similar features. Fantastic. Yeah, it's good that we put it in the center. Yeah.
Komt best nog wel ver de hoek in.
Ja, nou, zo'n, zeg maar, een beetje naar links.
Een beetje naar links.
Ja.
Goed.
Goed.
Ja, sorry?
Ja?
Nee, dat is toch goed zo.
Ja.
Ja. Oké. Hoera.
Hoera.
Laatste muurwerk.
Okay, we can start with...
Deze heeft ook wel iets.
Yeah. No, left. Yeah. What do you think this is? You can also place this, that, create kind of the outline.
Met de grote...
Yeah, that is the grote glass. Yeah, that's mooi, yeah. We really felt that it is about time to show this artist in full picture. The show starts with early works of Isa Gensken 1968 and comes to very, very new work Isa Gensken has done, particularly for this exhibition here at the Stedelijk. So this is the so to say the beginning of the show. You enter through the main entrance, as you can see, Isa Gensken with her latest works. Really, this is a new piece she did. It was mentioned, I think, in the press text also that Isa Gensken's studio actually is next to the plaster workshop of the historical museums of Berlin. So they copy works from their collections there, and that's of course a paradise for Isa Gensken because she often goes there and gets things. You see the Nefertiti, which is also on the poster, is from the Gipswerkstatt of the Staatliche Museum of Berlin, and also the Della Robbio Tondo, which is at the entrance of the exhibition. So the first acquisition I was able to do was a painting about two lamps. There's conceptualism, because she's basically tautologically showing design lamps that represent light, that are light. There's the tradition of transforming the medium of painting and basically bringing everything we know since the early 20th century, again from the found footage to the print techniques to very traditional painting techniques in one image. Biggest red line in Isa Gensken's work is that she never stopped challenging the media she is working with. And there's everything from film over painting, sculpture, collage, assemblage, installation. And I think we have the chance to look at an artist who continuously also worked on the attitude of art being an important element of life. It was so exciting to say, okay, we're not doing a traditional retrospective of an artist like this, but we allow the oeuvre really to develop the narratives which are inherent to the oeuvre and totally combine works from all times. And then, I was very excited to see that actually it worked. The museum is public space. It has the intention and also the task to translate and communicate art to the public. That's our job, to translate the experience of art for a public, and also to take care of the heritage. And I think that is a very particular and a very valuable task a museum has to fulfill. And I think the museum is the place where you actually can exercise, so to say, attitudes that are missing maybe in society, where you can test out and experiment with behavioral formats that are not necessarily allowed in other categorical societal contexts. And I think it has an ethical responsibility to maintain this societal and collective space open for those experiments and open for also questioning. So in a way, with Atkins, Tino Segal and Isa Gensken, there is a continuous dialogue also going on in things being present at the same time. And Tino Segal's year project, of course, also meant that we continuously changed displays in the collection. Things overlapped, and for me, those 3 exhibitions, in a way, also lay ground of what I think we should do continuously to bring and actually really risk to give young artists a big presence, give it a space which maybe other institutions not necessarily would do with the first monographic show of an artist, and to challenge the format of the exhibition. You know, many shows at the Stedelijk Museum always also challenged the model of the exhibition itself, and I think that is something which we try to lay out also with these exhibitions, paralleled by the Matisse show, which is was not a traditional monographic Matisse, brought in the collection in a way which is very unexpected, or also the looking back at the exhibition history of the Stedelijk with the Zero exhibition. So in a way it was a combination of exhibitions in that year, which I thought, yeah, this is how a museum could ideally look also.